Yeah, you need to be a big fan of Cloverfield to get this reference. So I just saw 10 Cloverfield Lane, the mysterious new project by producer J.J. Abrams, and it was pretty good. I tried not to get into the hype of this movie, seeing as the trailer was released 2 months before the release of the movie, and it told you basically nothing about the plot, so I tried to stay out of the promos, I tried not to look up all these theories, I tried to go in blind. There was a little bit of hype, and the film delivered, it was a pretty good movie. A stellar performance by John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and John Gallagher Jr. All three did a great job, with Mary Elizabeth Winstead as sort of like this confused but pretty smart woman that's in a bad situation. John Goodman, who's basically like Mel Gibson in that one movie where he was the conspiracy theorist and it was actually right. Yeah, picture that guy more emotionally and mentally unstable, and you have a pretty creepy performance by John Goodman. And John Gallagher Jr. is pretty much like this kind of dumb, sarcastic hick, and he delivered a lot of laughs during the movie. And that's part of what a charm of this movie. It definitely had a sense of humor about it. It wasn't all like drama, oh, what's outside, John Goodman's crazy. There were genuine moments of laughter where the audience enjoyed themselves. You know, there's a good blend of drama and humor, and I appreciate that in a movie. And just because there were a lot of humorous moments doesn't mean that there weren't a lot of tense moments too, like John Goodman. I had no idea what that guy was going to do throughout the entire movie, and there's a certain tension about that. He's a really unstable person. Now, granted, he is right about things going to shit. I'm not going to allude how, but he's right about that, but he's so batshit insane about everything else. Again, it's sort of like Mel Gibson's character. He thinks the government is doing all of these things, but really he's just right about one thing they were doing. So, there's that. Overall, it's tough to do a non-spoiler review about this because it was so mysterious, but definitely no, it does keep you guessing for a while. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen in the outside world, what were John Goodman's intentions, how was this all going to play out. I was wrong in some of my theories I gathered from the trailers, but hey, I appreciate that. I'm glad it proved me wrong. Overall, I'd give this movie about a 4 out of 5. For me, it fell apart during the third act. Let's just say when answers are a little bit revealed, it wasn't handled as well. But then again, you put all the build up and you build up the audience's anticipation of what's going on, and you're never going to meet their expectations. I set some unfair ones myself, but overall I thought it was okay. I'd just say, it was just fine with John Goodman, John Gallagher Jr., and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. If they had shot, the film just entirely there, beginning, middle, end, that would have been more interesting. Cherry. But anyways, it's not fair of me to say, oh, the film didn't do this, 4 out of 5. It's just the third act sort of broke the good flow that it had. There were also a few moments where you ask yourself, okay, well, why is the character doing this? Why are they not doing this? Again, the trailer reveals nothing, and I can't tell you until the spoiler review. But yeah, overall, 4 out of 5, good acting, good humor, good tense moments, and good mystery overall. Check it out. Okay, spoiler time, and holy shit, there's a shitload of spoilers in this movie, mostly because the trailer tells you jack shit about what it's about. The first trailer they released, about 90% of that stuff was in the first 20 minutes. So you've got no idea what's going on. But overall, yeah. Aliens, it's definitely aliens that are invading this place, and no Cloverfield monster. The Cloverfield monster from the original isn't really referenced at all. I mean, they were talking about blackouts in the city, and maybe that was alluding to it, but overall, the Cloverfield monster is not in this movie, so don't expect to find it. What we do have are kind of like these robot/alien creatures. One of them was like, kind of looked like a bear that had like all these metallic spikes on it, and it had like this weird leech mouth. And the other was this ship that was kind of like the ships in War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. How it was like, there was something inside with like the tentacles and everything. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're facing in that. I mean, granted, I didn't see it coming, and because they used them sparingly, the effects were decent. It's just, it felt weird and sudden for me. Yeah, go fucking figure. Like, I sit through this entire movie looking forward to what's out there, and then I complain about what's out there. Like, it was good for the most part. It was just strange is all. I don't really know what's going on. I guess aliens are waging war on the planet, and Goodman ranting about how there's poison gas outside. That's kind of right. They kind of release gas. I don't know what it was supposed to do. Because the one chick looked like, when she was banging her head on the glass, that chick, she looked like she had chemical burns on her. So, I'm assuming that's what that stuff was? Again, I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, John Gallagher Jr. dies. God, does he die brutally. Even for a PG-13 movie. And I kind of saw it coming too. Like, I knew from the moment when they were at that table and he was sort of telling jokes and John Goodman was getting pissed off. I'm like, yeah, John Goodman is going to murder the shit out of that guy. And he does. You don't see him kill him. Again, he's like shot off screen. But you do see his body slowly decomposing in acid. So, there's that. But yeah, overall, like, the connections to the actual Cloverfield movie, there's like small Easter eggs here and there, like the Slush Show and the Taruga Corporation, I can't remember. There's stuff like that, so apparently it exists within the same world, so I'm to assume, while aliens are attacking here, the Cloverfield monster is there, either that or they're just small little Easter eggs. Again, not really sure. But then again, I can't judge this movie based on how much Cloverfield monster is in it, seeing as it's not about Cloverfield monster, despite the film being called Cloverfield. 10 Cloverfield Lane. But overall, I gotta hand it to the director. Like, this was a first-time director. He did a damn good job. Like, there were some decent shots in this movie. I really enjoyed myself. I hope he gets future work, because if it's anything like this film, and this is his very first one, then very good start, my friend. Very good start indeed. This has like a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. That kind of stuff. Alright, I should probably get to the ending. Basically, in the end, Meredith Elizabeth Winstead kills the monster ship. She like makes a Molotov cocktail and throws it inside and blows it up. Kind of like what happened in War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. I don't know. Who knows, maybe this was supposed to be a War of the Worlds script. But anyways, yeah, she blows it up. She finds like the radio transmissions and people are saying like, hey, come to this city. We're gonna fight and we're gonna win. And it's pretty much implied that she's gonna go and join the fight. I'm assuming John Goodman died? Like, he doesn't straight up die in the movie, but seeing as how, like, half of his body was covered in acid and he's, like, stuck in a place that's slowly burning up, I'm assuming he's gonna die from his wounds, but he never officially dies in the movie. Who knows? Maybe in the sequel he'll show up and be like, what the fuck? Also weird with the whole daughter thing. I didn't see that coming. Like, I legitimately thought he had a daughter. I didn't think he just kidnapped some random chick and killed her. Like, holy shit. I want to see that movie. What the fuck? Yeah, pretty messed up. Yeah, John Goodman, although a traditionally comedic actor, he did a good job as being like an unbalanced psychopath in this. Like, sometimes you can guess what he's gonna do, and by guess what he's gonna do, you mean he snaps. Like, I knew he was gonna do something to John Gallagher Jr. when he said, "Hey, I was gonna make a weapon." I actually thought he was like gonna dip his hands in the acid or something. I didn't think he'd blow his friggin' head off. But overall, those are my stuff with those. Oh, should probably edit in the... Yeah, at some points in this movie, like, they still try to escape. Even though, like, they have pretty good evidence things are going to shit outside. Like, some scarred up crazy woman bashes her brains out against the glass and they go, "You know what? We should go out there." No! This dude has 2 years worth of food and you want to go out there even though you both think there's poisonous gas? I know John Goodman's nuts, but like, don't try to escape and he won't get pissed off. But overall, yeah, good movie. Good movie. If you have any suggestions for what I should review, leave them down below. Also, why not like and subscribe? And leave a comment for what movie you'd like me to review next week, or so on and so forth. I don't really care, so, you know, throw me a bone.